Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All Educational Videos channel. We are continuing with Scratch tutorials, we are continuing with learning Scratch blocks, and in this video in specific we are going to try to learn how and when to use Scratch block which is named stop. Okay, that is one of the events or control blocks. Control blocks, the orange one. So if you have selected some other Scratch blocks group, click on the orange control group, and down below there is a stop all block, stop this script, stop other scripts in sprite block. Okay, before I drag and drop it into my character, into my sprite, I have to explain why are we using this block at all. Okay, if I start my game, so far we have lots of features in it, lots of things is happening here, and okay, maybe not lots of, but different kind of things, and I can go endlessly like this from one level to another and so on. But if for example I stay here on the level 3 XY grid and just hover around, go left and right and so on, if you check out my sprite list, if I for example now stop walking, and if I check my sprite list below my stage, look at the butterfly, look at the dancing kid. Okay, this mouse probably you don't have it because that's what I have done for myself only. But if you look at this dancing kid and butterfly, they still move, right? Or to be more precise, they are animated. So these sprites are changing, their costumes are changing, even though I'm on the level 3. I cannot see them, they are hidden on the level 3 because I don't need them to be visible on the level 3. That's cool, that's all working, but why are they still moving? Why are they still animating, changing? So how is that working, and why is that working at all? Let me go back to 100% and stop the game, and let's try to analyze butterfly and dancing kid. Let's go to dancing kid first. Okay, there isn't much code here, so I hope it will be fast to analyze it, but let's see what we have here. Okay, when the green flag is clicked, that means when the game starts, I tell the Scratch to hide this dancing kid, and that's cool, that is working. And when I go to backdrop concert, that is this code block, I tell Scratch show the kid, set his size to 75% and forever change the costume, and then wait half a second, then change the costume, then wait half a second, and so on. So this will be forever loop of changing the costume. So this next costume, if you put it in forever block, we have learned that before, that's what makes this kid change its animation, change his costume. So that makes this kid looks like it's moving. Okay, so we have found where that is, but why that action is constant, why that never stops. Let's see if we can understand that. So this will work forever because we have told the Scratch to do that forever. And what have we told Scratch else? Okay, from the level concert I can go to this level, XY grid, and when I enter the XY grid level, the third level, I told the Scratch to hide the kid. Okay, that's cool, that is working, but the problem is I have never told the Scratch to stop the kid from changing his costumes, right? This action here, change the next costume forever, will not stop, it will only be hidden. Same here, when I go to the first level, just hide the kid, don't stop his movement. Let's see the butterfly. Same with the butterfly. When I go to this first level show the butterfly and do some kind of action, because I have it in forever block, it will animate forever. This is again next costume, so that means the butterfly will look like it's moving. Same with the kid here, next costume, that means go to the next costume. Let me show you that. If I click on the dancing kid, then top left costumes, you will see a lot of costumes here. So the kid is going from the first to the second to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and when it goes from the seventh, then he loops from the first, then again 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7, sorry. So first, from 7 to first, and so on. So this will be forever, and that's not what we want to have here. Why is that problem for us at all? For some of you it won't be a problem if it's a small game and if you have couple of sprites which are working forever and you don't mind them doing that in background. But if you have a complex game, imagine you have like 10 or 50 sprites and characters like this, and every one of them is changing his costume and working something forever. That means that Scratch will have to check this forever for one character, for second character, third, fourth, and up to, I don't know, 50 or 100 characters if you have it so many characters on the stage. So that will put the pressure on the Scratch. The Scratch will have a lot of things to calculate and do at the same time, and that means it will get slower and slower. It will make glitches, bugs, and so on. So it's just making Scratch work more and more. And sometimes, as we have seen, when you go to the next level, sometimes you won't have those characters on some second level, third level, and so on. So why shouldn't we stop them? Not only hide them, but we can stop them, so we can make the Scratch life easier. We can make the Scratch work faster for us. That's what we are going to try to do in this video, and that's why we need this new block, stop block, which is as you can see, it has only one possible way to connect it, the top one, the top dent. So you cannot connect something below it. Just this has to be the last one, the last block, like forever. So that is one of the control blocks, the orange one, and let's see how to use it, and let's see how what are these different options here. Okay, so let's try it in the simplest, most simple way here. Let's try what will happen if I attach it to when the backdrop switches to XY grid, stop all. First of all, let's see what that does. Okay, take a look at this kid sprite here, or you can see it here when you select the dancing kid or some sprite which is animated, changing his costume. You can see that changes here on your top right. In your program encoding window, top right, you can see that kid is changing his costume here in top right corner. It looks like he's animated, but you can look at here also on the sprite, on the sprites here below the stage. Okay, so now if you, I have explained this also before, but let's do it again. When some kind of code block is active in Scratch, you have yellow background around it. So this means, because it's yellow, that means Scratch is working on it. It's active, it's working, and so on. So this is yellow forever, so that means Scratch reads it and calculates it all the time. If you watch at the butterfly, he also has some kind of code which is active. That is because we have forever, next costume, and so on glide. So he is doing that in the background, although we cannot see him. Let's see for the cat. Oh, the cat has so many, so we have to fix those too. Button is not working cool, so that is not putting pressure on the Scratch. But let's go back to dancing kid, and because we have added here stop all when you go to the XY grid, that's going to happen now when I enter the third level. So let's just look at this yellow code block and let's see if it will stop. Yeah, it stops. Cool. This one blinked for a second, and because we said stop all, it stopped this one and it stopped this one. Cool. And this one. Cool. So this stopped everything. But is that what we wanted here? Let's see. Yeah, it even stopped the game. So this one stop all the characters, all the sprites, and whole game in total. So if you try to continue to run your game, it won't work. You can press left and right, but you can see that this stop button is active, this green is not active, so game is stop. You can actually move it, because that's how the Scratch is working. That's kind of, I don't know, strange, stupid, because Scratch lets you move your character and lets you put action on your keyboard even if the game is not working. That's kind of confusing, but it can help you test your game sometimes. But even though I'm moving this character right now on the screen, this is not the game working. This is me just testing those blocks here for the movement. I know it sounds strange, but that's how it goes. So actually what we have here is that the whole game is stopped. So if I want, for example, to enter now from level 3 to level 1, which was working before when the game is working, Scratch will not let me do it. See? I should be now in level 1, right? But why isn't that working? Because we said here stop all. Okay, so we have learned that if I use this stop all block, it will stop my whole game. It will stop all of my characters if they are working on something. So that's not what we wanted. We wanted to stop this kid, not the whole game. So if I try it again, yeah, it stopped all game. Okay, so instead of stop all, why is this putting me back to, yeah, okay, there is another bug which we have to fix, but that's probably something new which we have made right now as always, but don't worry about it. Let's concentrate on this stop block and try to find the one which we need here. Okay, so this stop all stops whole the game. I don't want that. I want to stop what? This script or other scripts in Sprite. Let's think about it. If I click stop this script, that means that I will stop this script, this block of code which this stop block is attached. So do I want to do that? Let's see. When I go to the third level, hide this kid, dancing kid, because I mean dancing kid character, and do what? Stop this script only. I don't want to do that. Why? Because I want to stop this script. How to tell that? Well, just click on this other scripts in this sprite, sorry, and this, because you will attach it to this script, it will stop other scripts. That means stop this one, stop this one, stop this one, and it will affect only this sprite. So dancing kid, only this sprite, not the cat, not the butterfly, not the whole game, just other scripts in this site. Okay, so let's try to see if that's working. Kid is dancing now, but when I go to the XY grid, this block will start. Let's see what will happen. It should stop this block and this block and this block. So every other script than this. If you had 100 scripts here, this script will stop all 100 of those, because we have used stop other scripts in this sprite. So it's I don't use sometimes I don't use these official Scratch terms, sorry. So I sometimes I will say block of code, but it's better to say script because that's how Scratch terminology is. That's what Scratch says about it. So okay, let's see if when I enter the third level, the kid should hide, and this script will try to stop all other scripts. So far I have only this yellow active, so let's see if this will stop the kid from moving. Yeah, cool. So you can see in this right corner here, the kid stopped at some sprite, and it stopped here also on the sprites under the stage. So this is working great. This is all we wanted, and that solved our problems. So you can see now the Scratch, if I enter let me see if it works if I go from the third level to first, then from the first to second. Let's see if the kid will now start playing the dancing. Yeah, so you can go endlessly like this. So you can see now the kid is doing this code, this script, but when I enter the third level, I don't need him to dance anymore. Stop. So that stopped that script. Great. So you can do this endlessly, and let's try to do that for butterfly also. So when I want to stop my butterfly, if I test it, let's just use some common sense and logic. Butterfly is on the first level. When I enter the second level, which is called level concert, butterfly is still moving. I don't want that. I can see he's moving here in the sprites. I want him to stop doing that. So when I go from the first to the second, so that means when the backdrop switches from boardwalk to level concert. So this is where I have to attach this stop block. When backdrop switches to level concert, stop other scripts. Which other scripts? Well, this one forever, because that's where the butterfly is. Okay, but maybe I will have problem with this code here, because that code is here under the green flag, and I will probably have to snap it here to boardwalk. Let's just see, not sure. Okay, let's see if the butterfly is now flying around randomly. Yes, it is. You can see that this script is working. It's yellow. But when I enter level concert, I want him to stop moving. Stop other scripts. Bam. So this is stopped, but let's see if it will start again if I go back to the level 1. I don't think so, maybe. I'm not sure, it shouldn't. Yeah. Why is that so? So you can see how the game is starting to be complex and more complex. So you fix one thing, but there are a few things that you then break. You have to fix them and so on. So the whole idea of game development is to try to put all of that situation and possible problems and features before you start making game. That's called pre-production. That's called making game design document. So when you know how to code, when you get some kind of experience in coding, you first put all the stuff you need to code as some kind of tasks in some kind of paper document or digital document, so-called game design document, and then you go just step by step. So you that doesn't mean that you will actually fix all the problems very fast. In terms, some of them will pop up and occur even if you don't think they will, even if you think you have think of all of possibilities that can come up, but that's not the truth. You will always have some kind of breaks in your code and some new problems arise, bugs and so on. That's the way to do it, but that's another story. I will explain it in some other videos which will be connected to game design, pre-production, and I talk about it in my Patreon videos already. I'm explaining there how to make some kind of the dress-up game. I will use Game Maker Studio for that. Probably will use it make same game also in Unity, in Scratch, so I will notify you about that, but I will have to explain that here also. Anyway, let's see where is the problem, where is the bug, and how to solve it. So this works fine, and when I go to the level 2, butterfly stops. When I go to the level 3, kid stops. That's all cool, but when I go to the level 1, I want my butterfly to start to keep on moving again. Why isn't that working? So let's try to fix it. I think this why is that so? Well, let's see what do we have here. This will happen when the green flag is clicked, and we said that's working fine. Then this will happen when I go to the level concert, because that's the second level, and I told the Scratch to stop the scripts in this sprite, and that's also working fine. But when I go from the XY grid, from the level 3 to the first level here, or to be precise, to this level here, I have told Scratch only to show the butterfly, not to move him again. I have told the Scratch to move the butterfly only when the green flag is clicked. So that was once here, and although we have told the Scratch to do that forever, we have told him to stop that. So this stopped forever block here, and this block forever could not start again. Why? Because it was only triggered once when we have green flag clicked. So I will try simple solution. If it doesn't work, I will just stop here, because this lesson is already long and I will fix it later. But I hope you can understand this already on yourself. I want my butterfly to keep on moving when I'm on the first level. That's here and that's here. When backdrop switches to boardwalk, that means level 1. I have maybe later, I will have to rename these to level 1, level 2 and so on later, just not to confuse you. Anyway, this is when backdrop switches to level 1, boardwalk. I need to detach this code here from this green flag clicked to this, because I want that to be forever. Okay, let's see if it will work. I think it will probably bug a little bit more, but that's kind of there is some kind of solution which we are supposed to do to find there. Okay, so we can see that this code blinked fast and it stopped this script. That's what we wanted to do. But will it work now? I don't think so, actually, because the distance of the cat is also... Oh, actually, yeah, okay, if that's because the distance was close, but if I go fast now, okay. So I think it won't work here. Or maybe it will, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't work. Why? Because we have this. You can see that this code is working, which is great. That's what we wanted, but we have the problem here with this distance to cat. The Scratch is also reading this distance to cat. Is it less than 60 pixels? If it is, then do this, only then. And now we can see the distance between the cat and the butterfly on the stage is way more than 60 pixels. So this will never be triggered, because this first solution, wait until distance is less than 60, is not true. Okay, how to solve it? We have fixed something, but we have made again another problem, but I think I can solve it fast. I want, for example, this first let's define this problem in the words, so then later we can solve it in the Scratch code. What do I want to do here now? I want my cat, when I start the game, only to trigger this once, which was working later, as we have seen earlier, which was working great. But then later when I come to this backdrop, I want all of this, but without this distance to cat check. I don't want Scratch to check is the distance to cat less than 60. I want only this. Okay, so I think I can duplicate this. So this was what we had before, and what I want to more here now is just the butterfly to keep on moving forever. I think this stupid fast, I mean, it's not stupid, but it's ugly maybe because there is lots of code, but I think this solution will work. Let's see. Oh no, yeah. It again starts forever. We don't want that. We want okay, maybe actually I can yeah, I will probably use it with stop other scripts inside. Maybe I can stop. I'll probably do it in next video, but I think it's kind of some kind of easy and stupid solution, but I don't want to take too much time of your time here. Let me just try to stop when. I think I can add this one here. I want to stop this one when for the first time, and now it should work. It's kinda ugly and maybe confusing for some of you, but I think it will work. Yeah. Okay, that was kind of simple enough for me. I have tried to think about some kind of cooler solution, some kind of more neat solution for you to see less code, but for now on and with the blocks which we have learned so far, I think it's not possible, and for me doing this on the fly, just go with the flow. Anyway, let me explain just what I have did and why I did it. Okay, I have added this stop other scripts in this site sprite, which is this block stop, which we have learned today. I have added it to when green flag is clicked first. Why? Because I want, for the first time when I start my game, I want to stop other scripts. What are the other scripts? This one, don't run it, don't check it. This one, don't check it. This one, don't check it. So this will actually be triggered only once. And why I did it? Well, because I don't, otherwise if I haven't did that, I will have a conflict between this block here code script and this code here, this script here, because I have very similar code here forever and this one forever, and that's it. Anyway, this works. I hope it's not confusing you too much. If it is, I will try to explain it in words and later maybe more in next videos, but I try to keep those videos as short as possible and I'm not good at it. So that's it for this video. We have learned stop block, stop all. You can stop all the game with it. This script, if that is the script you are putting it here, or if you click on stop other scripts, that means if you add it here, it will stop all the other scripts here. So if I put it in this script, it will mean stop this, this, and opposite. If I put it here and say stop other script, that will mean if I put it here, it will mean stop this, this, and this. So it's very, very simple but powerful, and I think we are almost done with control blocks, which is great. They are most powerful with these events blocks, and we are also very close to finish and explain all of those. We have to explain receive message, and we have to explain cloning here, which will be soon, I hope. And I think I have explained almost all the motion blocks, so you can actually try to make a lot of complex game now by your own yourself. If you still don't know how to do it, ask me what do you want to see me do here, what kind of tutorial. I will try to start some kind of full game tutorials here on Scratch and other game engines as soon as possible, but I cannot unfortunately do it faster than this. And I will also do it on Patreon, and that's it. I'm talking too much. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching this one. Bye for now.